So the crypto market's been going absolutely crazy today, mostly because this new Trump coin came around and made the Solana price go up, like 20% or so. I think Solana even hit $260, and at the same time, it kind of felt as if people were taking money out of their solid altcoins and were putting it into either Sol or Trump's new meme, and that's kind of what's been going on the entire day. Just Trump coins pumping like crazy, almost every other coin for the most part going sideways. I mean, if you spent some time earlier just buying some of the crypto dips, coins like XRP actually went pretty freaking low, but again, I was not paying attention. So while I was asleep, the coin actually managed to go to $3.05. Right now it's up roughly 5%. And again, that can be some very crucial and juicy gains. But overall, the crypto market, as I just told y'all, it's down really, right? I mean, Bitcoin, I think over the last hour or so is up a little bit. Let's quickly refresh here. Yeah, it's up a little bit, almost back to 104,000. But even Ethereum right now, maybe because of the little jab with Trump choosing Solana over ETH, that's down 6% or so. But as you can see, actually the only things really going up are Solana and SUI, and obviously Trump's coin. But if we're taking a look at the entire crypto market, most things were going down that were not connected with Trump, like Jupiter, Radium, Solana, and I guess another couple of assets like Fartcoin are also doing well right here. But for the most part, the entire market is moving down. So if you're having a bad day, just realize that I'd say, as it currently stands, this is like that moment we talked about throughout the last few days where everything could get kind of wanky, right? Could get a little bit crazy, could get a little bit troublesome because Trump is going to be president in 40 hours, something along those lines. And he's already given the party. I mean, there's already things like this going around. President-elect Trump's crypto czar, David Sachs, says the reign of terror against crypto is over, and the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun. Let's quickly play it.
The reign of terror against crypto is over, and the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun.
And honest truth, whoever is selling into an announcement like that, I think is kind of crazy if you start thinking about it. I mean, right now the crypto market's moving down, and I already established this a few days ago, that there's a very good chance that this is happening to shake you out. But generally speaking, if, again, this is my own humble opinion, if you're selling into announcements of one of the most, I would say, the most powerful country in the world stating, hey, we're going to fully embrace this technology, it's going to go absolutely wild, and we want to be the center of it, we're going to support companies that built these things right here, we're going to yada, yada, yada. I don't know how anybody would think, oh no, that's definitely going to make everything go down. Trump's meme coin, different situation. It kind of is a top signal. Me looking at it thinking, I mean, I did buy. Why? Like I said in the previous video, because there's a good chance that it will do well. I couldn't state to you that it's a good buy because I was way too late. As I told you guys, I was asleep when it came around. But on the opposite side, there's still a chance it does a 4x, maybe a 5x or so if he talks about it over on Monday. A couple people are saying, I didn't even fact check this actually, that the stock market's going to be closed because of MLK Day. Maybe it's just a lie, it's just a little rumor. I didn't actually check it. But I was just thinking, man, you know what? Probably most people have still not even heard of the coin. And even though some insiders probably already made hundreds of millions of dollars because it's actually at 5 freaking billion. It's not a small meme of sorts. You know, it's actually the most successful meme ever in a day. The amount of attention it might bring to crypto here, from another angle, I'm also thinking maybe he does not want to make this go bad because of the amount of money that's going into it and the amount of money he can extract from the DEX fees. So if the price just stays stable a little bit, you know, not goes down too much, just is able to basically stay at these levels, then he's able to generate so much from the fees and from the hype, especially because it's a US-based crypto, tax deductions, this, that. All of a sudden, it transports his net worth from 5 billion to, let's just call it 20 billion. It does make sense for him to keep pushing this to the freaking absolute craziness of realms. On the opposite side, I'm thinking, does this mean meme coins are illegal? What does that mean about the class action lawsuit against Pump.Fun, etc.? And again, we've just read and seen the SEC wants to take a very chill approach towards crypto, as we just saw in that video. I mean, as of this point, it basically just states that everything that was kind of seen as mediocre or illegal before by the SEC and just by the general public might now all be cool as they just want to fully embrace crypto, starting it off with launching his own coin, basically. It's not his first crypto rodeo. It's not his first crypto project. I'm not saying he's not going to just abandon it soon. But I will state that, like, in terms of the narrative for the overall crypto market, it is super, super bullish. And so I'm kind of surprised that the market took such a big nosedive on the announcement of Trump getting his official coin out there. It's kind of funny. But then again, that just shows you that crypto sometimes can be quite unpredictable. Then again, there is two theories. One is that people are taking money out of these other coins to buy the Trump coin because it has to go to 5 bill and actually officially like 27 bill through some way or another, if you really start thinking about it. But another would also be that because Trump launched his own coin, many people think this is the top, but I still mostly stand by the idea that they're just trying to shake you out, right? Trump has made a freaking meme. That means crypto right now is going to super cycle so freaking hard. So like, you know what? Let's try and make people sell based on this because we know it's going to go up so much. So if we can get one little crash going to buy in cheap before Trump takes office basically tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, officially almost tomorrow already, yeah, then there's no going back anymore. And so when I now look at the market, I'm thinking if I could have gone back a few days, a few weeks or whatever, I keep thinking, it was all still so cheap. And I kind of feel as if in a few weeks, we'll look at current prices and also think that, oh man, everything was just so cheap before Trump. Just like how I explained last night, that right now, when looking back at Trump's election, just a few days before, like 7 days or so before, it just kept going down after hitting an all-time high. It hit 73,000, and then 5 days in a row, I think it just went down and down and down until Trump got elected, and then it was basically 45 days or something like that, or maybe 60 days, I don't remember, of just straight upwards. I think it was 45 days, and it went up 60%, maybe something like that, or it went up 60 days, 45%, one of those two. And from that angle, I'm thinking most likely we'll see something similar here, where if we just look back at this in like a month or two, it'll be up a ton, but that really around these days, like I said yesterday, we're going to see some volatility. Maybe even once Trump gets chosen, we get a little shakeout going. But again, I don't really look at this from an hour to hour perspective. I look at it from a day to day or maybe week to week. And XRP, as it currently stands, I said, it is, for example, if we're only talking about that coin, ready for a slight move further down. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, hey, with the way it's going, right? It had a beautiful top right there at $3.40 or so, a new all-time high, a little pullback or so before continuing higher. It does make a lot of sense. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not, unhappy with that. Then again, it could be that the bottom was just now made at roughly $3 or $3.06, let's say. So significantly higher than what we kind of expected to happen. Because in a lot of these pushes, right, especially like we saw before, it really doesn't take that much of a break right here. Crazy upside, a little bit of downside before another crazy upside a few days. It might be exactly what went on back at the start of November for XRP. It might just copy itself right here onto the chart. So do not think that just because we went down for a day or two that this is now over. No. It might definitely just start getting crazier from here. But I'm going to say that right now, all eyes are just on Trump. All eyes are on what's going to happen to the crypto market in roughly 48 hours from now. That's what everybody's paying attention to. That's what everybody is going to be watching, especially now that he made his own meme. If this is going to crash, again, I would like to tell you this or that will happen. But again, there's multiple lines of thinking. One line of thinking is if Trump coins crashes, then people are like, you know what, you see, this was the top because they're going to sell. They're going to be afraid of crypto, 𝗷𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. Then again, I'm also thinking if Trump coins fall off, nobody really cares that much. We'll just make jokes about it, but they'll just move on with their traditional cryptos because Trump is just going to go on like nothing happened, still just embrace innovation. We just saw the bullish announcements of the ball just last night. That it really doesn't matter that much. It just kind of depends on how much people took out of these other coins to put into Trump coin. Because if it goes down a lot and Trump's team and some of the insiders took all that liquidity, they're just basically being greedy and taking it all up. Then yeah, to some extent, there's less to flow into other coins, but perhaps it doesn't really matter because all the announcements he's going to make are going to be so freaking bullish that it's just going to encompass all the downside pressure that the coin tanking would give. On the opposite angle, it could be that he says, I even made my own meme coin. It's doing crazy successful. It hit 20 billion in a day, but it's going to be above 1 trillion soon, or something like that, something stupid like that. And all of a sudden, it goes up another 600% in a day or so. I mean, there is a chance, no joke, there is a chance that Trump coin will be the second, I'm not joking. There's a chance that Trump coin will be the second biggest cryptocurrency out there. There's a chance. It depends on what he says. Do I think that's good? No, it's vaporware. It does nothing. It's basically a hot air balloon, right? Ethereum is obviously not one. But people were stating, XRP, for example, getting to that level, it's not impossible for a coin like Trump coin. I'm not putting my money where my mouth is, by the way. I'm not heavily investing because I kind of feel as if it won't. I don't believe it will. But I'm just stating there is a whole a pretty good scenario where it does, depending on what he says. If he's the one who's saying, hey, you know what? All these cryptos, I made my own coin just here to prove it to you, to show it, yada. I don't know exactly why it would go so high. It's just based on hype, just based on Trump's word. But for the fact that it was able to go to like 30 bill right now, if he starts bull posting the crap out of it and says some crazy stuff, we really don't know how crazy he's going to get with that. If he just says, hey, we as America are going to, we want to make America great again. I'm going to launch another coin, America coin, for example, and we're going to put a lot of money in this, and other countries are going to have to buy this to basically, have some Forex reserves in that. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but I'm just saying, really, the coin mania might get really, really crazy right here with the basis of Trump coin. But then again, there's also a chance he's going to abandon it like within a few days, just saying, hey, I made a coin to prove it to you, but we're going to make an America coin soon, and people have to switch over from one coin to the other, so it goes to zero. I'm just stating that if he really starts bull posting, there is a scenario where it does another 20x from here, and then it's actually as big as XRP or bigger than that, and maybe even close to ETH. And I kind of find it funny what that would mean for the overall crypto market, just how exciting that could be, or kind of how disheartening that a coin just created like that could take over the top 3. But I mean, it's one of the most powerful people in the world, starting to post a specific crypto and has the power of a country behind him, basically. Yeah, there is a little bit of sense to it. Anyway, it might just be a big drama if the price starts falling, though. I do believe the amount of negative press will be really peculiar if the price does like a minus 80%. So I kind of wonder if they want to allow that to happen. On the opposite side, they've made so much money on the coin already. Maybe they're just going to try push it back up every single time, and for it to stay, at least in the little bit of his initial presidency term, if you get my drift, like the first few weeks, first few months or so, just for him to look good, that he made people so much money. Yabba-dibba-dabba-doo. Anyway, I'll be watching it very carefully. Right now, again, I'm still super, super bullish on these major alts, though. Mostly because I think if we're looking at it from a few month perspective, like 2 months, I think everything's going to go up so much. And this is like a good time to prepare, especially because we expected some volatility, which we're seeing right now. But then if we think about it in I could just say 2 month perspective or so, I don't think most or really any of these coins will be down a lot. So I'm really comfy here. I think things are going to go on a crazy journey very, very soon, especially perhaps as Trump says some crazy things. But man, this announcement that I just showed you from over on Twitter, I think that was actually all we needed. On the opposite side, I will say that things can get a bit scary around these days, more volatility as we get closer and closer to his date. Maybe people will try to shake you out, but ultimately, I think that's basically what's going on. But the market has never been more bullish than it is right now, and I just want you to keep that in the back of your head. The freaking president of the United States launched a freaking meme coin, and you're thinking of selling. Crazy to me. Yeah, that's about it. Make sure you press that like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you put that notification bell on so if something crazy happens, you are notified. I missed Trump, but hopefully the next thing I won't miss, and I don't want you to miss it also. So make sure you put that notification bell on, and that's about it.